Hey beauties, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I hope you guys are doing well. For today's video, I'm not going to show any makeup or review any makeup, but rather I'm going to talk about the latest makeup trend for spring 2025. Some of them are super surprising and some of them I'm so excited and happy about it. And to start with, I think this is one of my favorite makeup look trend. You do need to have a super good technique. It's the black eyeliner like all over your eyes, so a black rimmed eye. It is such a really nice look, but you really need to pull it off beautifully because otherwise it's just gonna look really messy. But if you look at the Chanel runway for spring summer, that's the look the models had. The Gucci campaign, so Gucci has launched a new mascara that I am wearing today. I am testing it, but so far, oh my god, it is so good. And it's all that really jet black eye look that I really personally absolutely love. I think it's a beautiful look. It's very powerful. Just a little blush, nude lip or like a nude gloss. Oh my god, it's to die for. So this is having a very strong moment and I'm really happy about it. I don't know about you guys, but you do have to have a good technique. It can't be like, it's not a cat eye with a super long wing. It's really just all the way around your eye. And I think it is a very feminine and sexy look. But you do have to practice a little bit. It has to be super clean. So a really nice canva and just a proper black jet gel liner basically. I quite like the one from Rare Beauty that's the one that I am wearing today. And it is called Gel Eyeliner True Black and it's Perfect Stroke Long Wear Gel Eyeliner. So it has that gel finish. Once it's there, it is not moving, it is waterproof. So if you have watery eyes, this is perfect for you. Or you could go for Victoria Beckham. She's got amazing eyeliner pens. Second trend that I am super excited and over the moon about it, and I don't think you guys will be surprised, the nude lip. So nude lipsticks are just everywhere and I think we're seeing a little bit of a grungy kind of resurrection happening, like a makeup done but not too much, like there's no perfect line. So that nude lip like I have today, I'm wearing Prada and Prada's come out with a bunch of new other matte nude lipstick. They look absolutely sublime. I haven't tried them yet, but I will go in store because I want to swatch them. So Valentino has launched as well the purple collection, the purple stud collection. And they are just matte nude-ish lipstick. They are a little bit more pinky than just nude, but they are completely matte lipsticks. And you have MAC from all the brand. MAC has launched its matte nude lipstick as well. I have to say one of my favorite from MAC is the Honey Love lipstick. It is a matte finish and I have it here to show you guys. If you're looking for an everyday easy to wear nude matte lipstick, this is the best one. It's got a bit of a pink undertone to it, but honestly it is such a beautiful lipstick. It's long wear, but obviously if you eat you're gonna have to reapply it. It is super comfortable on the lips. So these type of shade or even the Prada, a little bit more pale. These are so in right now. It doesn't really matter the undertone. It's really just to have something matte and nude on your lip. And today I am wearing the Prada one that I've just demoed, the one here. If we're staying a bit into that grungy kind of look, you have a lot of makeup looks, so from runway celebrities that you go out, that we've had the Golden Globes, I think recently. they all have that cool undertone, cool tone eyeshadow. So a lot of grayish, beige, taupe. There's a lot of it. I think there's a big movement and a big moment for those type of eyeshadow. I think it's a little bit sad for if you have a very warm tone, because it's not necessarily what you would go for, but you can equally find a really nice beige, a really nice taupe, and it's going to be looking really nice on you. If you're going super cool though, cool girl tone will be super happy. It's going to look amazing on you. If you have a neutral skin tone, this is going to work as well. I think warmer babies, you're gonna have to wait for the summer, because for spring I see a lot of cool tone makeup. So a little bit darker. It's not quite spring yet. It's just coming out of that winter period where you'll see a lot of cool tone, a little bit darker makeup look. But again, I think there's a lot of cool tone eyeshadows that are coming out, or looks that are being created. We're staying on that same trend, cherry lips. Cherry lips are just everywhere at the moment. Kind of that darker lip liner with that rouge, proper red in the center, or just a darker lipstick. So Dior has launched some darker lipsticks. You have a few options out there. I think, if I'm not mistaken, Hourglass has its red lipstick, but it's a bit darker. You have Guerlain as well with a darker shade of red lipstick. So there is a bit of a momentum for a proper cherry lip going on. It will obviously, so these trends are super in right now. I do not think or expect that they will last until summer. I think the black eyeliner and the black rimmed eye will be around for a while. Same for the cool tone eyeshadow, but I think the dark lip will phase out pretty soon. I think it's a winter thing. It's fall and winter, and we're kind of dragging this thing a little bit more into the beginning of 2025. It's very glam. There's a lot of events, so I think it goes with that. There's a lot of parties as well, lunches, so you want to have that super nice lip, like a full lip, a proper red lipstick that is quite nice and quite flattering, but I don't see that lasting super long, in my opinion. Now moving to skin foundation, I am not sure about this one. So I quite like my foundation to be matte, and I think this is personal preference and whatever works the best for you, but there is a lot of movement and a lot of hype for products that are more in, it's not dewy, it's not matte, it's that satin finish foundation. So you're not gonna have, so for example, the Patrickta Major Dimension Hydra Luxe foundation, I don't know, the name is long like this. That foundation, it's beautiful on the skin, but in my opinion, it's too dewy. I don't think this is what the trend is about. I think the best option would be Giorgio Armani, the Luminous Silk foundation. It has been around for such a long time. It is a beautiful foundation. For me, I would add powder on top of it because I just feel like it's going to move throughout the day. And I like my makeup look to look a little bit more matte. But if you're looking for a satin skin, the new and latest foundation from Anastasia Beverly Hills is right the description. It's exactly the description of a satin skin. Otherwise, you could go for the Dior Hydra Nude. That is the newest foundation at Dior. The Dior Forever Hydra Nude. I did a review on it. It is beautiful. I did add a little bit of powder onto the T-zone, but you don't really need much more than that. It does give you that satin finish without being too satin, too dewy, and staying sticky the whole day. I think for me, it's more that I do not like my foundation to stay super sticky. But then again, this is a trend. It will change a little bit for summertime. You're gonna have some lighter foundation, but I think the satin finish has always been around, but there's a little bit more of momentum to it. I am seeing, however, a few other things that I think are a little bit strange, or like the teeny skinny eyebrows are coming back. Like, I don't know, maybe I'm saying that because I have bigger eyebrows and I'm not keen on plucking mine for skinny eyebrows, but you know, like that very skinny thin eyebrows of the 90s. I don't know, like, please girls, don't pluck all of your eyebrows, because it's not going to stay forever. It's going to go back to big eyebrows, and then what are you going to do? And it's probably not the most flattering look, to be honest. There are ways to go around it and just, you know, cover with foundation your eyebrows and just draw over them if you want to have that look for a day. But I don't know, I wouldn't dare to try it. Not my cup of tea anyway. Staying on the eyes, there is a lot of chromatic, multi-dimensional pop of color happening. I see a lot of that 80s color, like the eyeshadow I am wearing today. My guess is that's all the brands that have come out with those crazy electrifying colors for the Christmas and the holiday period, and now they're stuck with their eyeshadow palette, so they need to get rid of them. So now the trend is to use those crazy eyeshadow palette, like the Chanel one. Today I'm wearing the GUERLAIN holiday Christmas collection. Don't get me wrong, they are beautiful palette, but the shades, the colors are quite vibrant. They are a proper pop of color. I think it's, again, not necessarily going to last long. I think going and leading up to spring and to summer, we're going to see a little bit more of a feminine, dimmed down tones. I'm saying that, but Chanel has already posted pictures of the spring summer part 2 makeup collection, and it's those pink. So I think there's still a little bit of pink and proper pop of multi-dimensional color. Let's see what else is coming out later in the year, but for the moment you have a lot of bright colors, that 80s look with a lot of multi-dimension sparkle, that chromatic look. And when I'm saying chromatic, I'm thinking about Patricia, I'm thinking about Pat McGrath, just all of those vibrant and reflective colors eyeshadow. You could even go for e.l.f. Cosmetic that has that cream eyeshadow, that duochromatic look. I have the shades here, and to be fair, they are really nice and super easy to apply. But it is a little bit punchy. It's not the kind of makeup look that you would put on just to go to your grocery store on a Saturday morning. You really do need to have an event or something, you're going somewhere, you're going for drinks, to have that little pop of color. Other trends, there is a little bit of a momentum for a full face of makeup without mascara. I don't know what I'm thinking of that trend specifically. I think, in my opinion, mascara plays a key role into your makeup look. So I wouldn't go for a look without any mascara. I think your eyes is just going to look undone and tired, but that's just how I feel about makeup. You might have a different opinion, and that's absolutely fine. But there is a bit of momentum for that full face of makeup with no mascara. I mean, why not, I guess. If we think about blushes, I think one of the very big trend at the moment, it's that proper red blush, and I think this is there to stay a little long. I think this will be around for a little while. I think leading into the summer, you will have those bright red blushes. I'm really happy. I think it's great. It's a beautiful blush, but you do have to use them very lightly because you're gonna end up with two bright red cheeks. But I think it's a beautiful trend. It's great. It's very feminine. It's playful. And it also makes your look a bit younger. So it's not a bad thing. And the last trend that we are seeing everywhere, and you're not going to be surprised, It's the lilac shade. So lilac blush, lilac highlighter, lilac everything. And I think the Dior spring collection is the perfect example. Even their highlighter is lilac. The new glow maximizer is lilac. There is a stat saying somewhere that the most searched blush, I think it's on TikTok or Pinterest, I'm not sure which one it is, it's lilac blush. So lilac blush is literally everywhere. And I don't think it matters whether you're looking for a highlighter, a blush, or a lipstick. The lilac shade is just everywhere at the moment. I think it's really nice. It's a beautiful shade to be used lightly because it's not necessarily something you wouldn't want to have those two cheeks lilac, but if it's just to accentuate, I think it's really nice. It's a beautiful shade. It's so harmonious. The perfect example for me is the Dior collection. I think it's just so well done and it just matches everybody's tone, skin tone. I think it's gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's so fresh and it kind of just wakes up your skin and it's perfect for spring. To finish on the trend, I think one of the latest trends that is now happening is to have that under eye a little bit pink or lilac-ish with some setting powders. I think if you're quite young, it could look really cool on you and quite playful. But if you're a bit older, I don't know. I think it's something to try and you gotta play with it to really master it. I'm quite curious to try the new collection from Huda Beauty with her Ube Obsession, her new setting powder that is bright pink. I think I'm gonna try it because I'm curious to see. But again, I think it's also, you gotta be mindful of what age you are for some of those makeup. And I'm not saying that for any other reason, that there is a time and a place for a certain makeup look, as simple as this. But equally up to you to try and see whatever works the best for you. But there is a lot of momentum for a little bit more pink or lilac, purple, maybe not purple, I think pink or lilac, or that baby powdery pink under your eyes. It's kind of, there's no definition or there's no line. It's a gradual transition between your setting powder under your eye and your blush. I think that's the best way of describing it. It's not necessarily that you put your blush under your eye, but rather it's your setting powder that has a tone in it. If you use it really small, and it might just complement your complexion and give you a fresh look. Again, you just gotta try and play with it. So that is it for the 2025 spring makeup trends that are basically in right now. So this is what's happening in the makeup world at the moment, and things that I would expect for you to see if you just go in town, if you just scroll the internet, Pinterest, TikTok, Instagram, whatever you take your inspiration from, magazines. Don't forget that these are, photo shoot, they're edited pictures, so don't be too harsh on yourself if you're not looking like those gals in the magazines or on pictures. Let's just be mindful and go easy with yourself. It's all I'm saying. I'm so curious to read your comments, and I want to know what you guys think about those trends. What do you guys think? What's your forecast? What do you think is going to be the it trend of the year? I think for me, pastel shades, so cool tones and pastel shades are in for the whole year. I think we're going to see that until probably September, that kind of very fresh look with that satin skin, a lot of lilac, obviously. I think for me, that's my prediction for 2025 for spring and summer. I don't think the very dark makeup is going to stay, but then let's see. So if you're new here, welcome and thanks for joining. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the notification bell to receive a notification every time a new video is being posted. As usual, I will list my makeup down below in the description, and a big thanks for watching, guys.